Hello everyone, welcome to Film Review. My name is Shashank and I'm going to tell you today the review of Dear Zindagi. Dear Zindagi is a movie in which Alia Bhatt plays a main role. Khan is there but he's there main as an extended cameo. I would say, but yes, Shah Rukh Khan plays an important role here. So, and there are other various characters like Kunal Kapoor, Ali Zafar, who again play small cameo performances, but they all are important part of the film. So I'm sure uh, that this film has a lot of expectations, and there are going to be you know lot of performances, because you have a lot of actors in this film. Now, when you have Shah Rukh Khan in any movie, even for a short period, the film is always going to be hyped, and film will always have a value in the market. But I assure you, this film is all about Alia Bhatt. The film mainly focuses on Alia Bhatt's character, and the film is all about how Alia Bhatt deals with her life. Now here, basically, Alia Bhatt plays a character called Kaira, who who is also sometimes referred as Coco. Her family members call her Coco. Now here, basically, what happens is that Kaira, she is a cinematographer. So she she takes camera, and you know when the normally she goes to a film set and she is doing a cinematography. Now the story is, during this process she meets different personalities, how those personalities change her life, and with each encounter of different personality, the ups and the downs with that moments, all these things are highlighted in this movie. Okay, so now she's happy, she finally wants to become a film director. Producer, who is played by Kunal Kapoor as Raghuvendra, he assures her that one fine day you will become a good film director, but for now, for my movie, just try to do cinematography. Now, what happens is that she sleeps with Raghuvendra, who is producer for this movie, and she has feelings for Raghuvendra, but she is not able to tell that feelings. And what happens? She is already dating someone who is the owner of a restaurant, or you can call it as a restobar. So she is dating someone who is the owner of a restobar, and and that guy is called Sid. So Sid and Alia are in relationship, and they're dating each other. In this process, she goes for a film shoot and she sleeps with a producer, that is Raghuvendra. And then when she comes back, and when she goes to Sid, she tells him clearly that she slept with Raghuvendra. That's it. That's the first, I would say, sad thing happening. Now, obviously, if your girlfriend is sleeping with someone other, why the hell you are going to keep her? Or why the hell you will be in a relationship with her? That's where her relationship breaks with Sid. Now this part is over. Now during the time, what happens? She is living as a bachelor in an apartment. So the building association, one fine day, they bans bachelor. So her landlord comes up and tells her to vacate the apartment. Now Kaira is basically, her family lives in Goa. Now, what is happening is she doesn't want to go to Goa to live with her family, because she wants to be an independent woman who can take her own decisions. But she knows that if she goes back to her home, all they're going to talk about is, take a stable career, and especially for women, have a marriage. Now, this thing is a problem for her, because Anyway, in reality also in our country, if we take engineering, medical, or MB or something, a stable job, parents will always support you. But if you say that, boss, I want to be a cinematographer, I want to film director, obviously no one will support you because they are unstable jobs. Same thing happens with Kaira. She is not able to get a proper residency because she has been thrown out of her apartment because bachelors are banned in her apartment. So she has to forcefully go to Goa to live with her parents. Now what happens is that there she has argument, with her parents because they want her to get married, but she is saying that she is right now not interested in getting married. And then she has a argument with her relatives, and this way she's very sad right now. She do now while all this happening, while this is happening, she has to do some work. So her father decides to go to a restaurant, who is a friend of her father, and he promises the restaurant owner that her daughter Kaira can shoot a film, a sort of an advertisement for the restaurant. Owner gladly accepts that. Now she goes there and she's about to shoot, all the important features of, restaurant. Uh, by the way, it's more like a hotel come restaurant. So you have all international conferences happening there. One fine day, she is about to shoot something. Now, what happens is that supposed to shoot a particular, I would say, part the the hotel, but she wants some sofa to be removed from that part. But then she's been told by the hotel employee that right now there's a mental health awareness conference going on, and remove the set right now, wait for the mental health conference to get over. And what happens here is that Kara is not getting sleep because, as mentioned earlier, she is having arguments with her family about marriages, about different opinions, and that's why she is not able to get a proper sleep. So she is suffering from insomnia also. Now, normally she doesn't support mental health, you know therapy, all these things. She even makes fun of one of her friend when, while she was shooting for a film. So what happens is that she suddenly, just for a moment, she tries to go inside and see what exactly is happening. Now there one one guy who is on the stage, who is part of the panel, who are there on for the conference. Now that guy tells the audience the problems, but then he discusses with a sense of humor. Now this sense of humor attracts Khaira, and then she just goes into the conference, and there she says, this gentleman is none other than Dr. Jehangir Khan, played by Shah Rukh Khan. The way, with a sense of humor, Jehangir Khan is explaining, now that creates an interest for her, and she thinks that Dr. Jehangir Khan can help her. Now, what happens is that she goes to Dr. Jehangir Khan for appointment. First of all, telling that her friend needs help. But then Dr. Jehangir Khan, who is a psychologist, obviously finds out that it's her who has problems. So then she slowly and slowly, he tells her some stories, and then she got motivated, and then she explains that it's her who has problems, and this and that. After this appointment, she gets happy. The first session she had with Dr. Jehangir Khan, he motivates her, and he asks her to do some tasks. Now, meanwhile, she meets a musician, Rumi. Now for him, she develops feelings, but then Rumi is a serious musician, so every time he's singing, and singing. Even during one of the dating sessions, he's singing. He's expressing, Rumi is expressing love for Kara through music. Now, as you know, anything in extra is always going to bore you. So it's a human nature that you can't have one thing all time. It gets bored. She also gets bored. Every minute he is singing songs, he is having music in background, and that's it. She feels bad, and that's why before anything happens serious between them, she ditches her. She ditches Rumi. So Kaira is ditching Rumi, and Rumi is a character played by Ali Zafar. At the same time, Kaira has a younger brother called Kiddo. Now he just comes back, from his education, and so now Kaira, Kiddo, and the parents, since Kiddo has come back, now they have a family get together. There, again the topic comes up. Everyone is praising Kiddo, what a nice education Kiddo has, and what will be the future of Kiddo. And this creates irritation for Kaira, and then she has I would say, anger outburst on the family. There she confronts everyone. You guys only talk about what you're interested in. But when she truly needed them, was abandoned by them at her grandparents' house. This is what the twist comes in the story. So basically, when Khaira was a kid, her parents left her at her grandparents' house. Now this she shares the story, her separating from her parents during young age, and how she felt lonely at her grandfather's place, and she explains all this uh, Jug. Now Zahangir Khan, she is like Kara, calls him Jug. So I guess she shortened his name. So then she tells Dr. Zahangir Khan, but this is what happened to her. But then he convinces her that it's fine. Sometimes it happened like this. So he tells her, you can forgive your parents. You doesn't need to actually forgive your parents, because Dr. Zahangir Khan explains to her that even those guys, when they were younger, they had their own situation because of business and all those things, and that's why it can happen. So what Zahangir Khan tells Kaira is that whatever happens, don't let the past blackmail your present to ruin a beautiful future. Now this is what dialogue was in the movie. So then after that, he tells Kara, at least have a 20 or 30 minutes, at least have some session with her parents. Kaira has, some plans of doing a short film. So Jehangir Khan wants Kaira to complete a short film. Now during this, Kaira, Kaira starts, having a regular talking with her parents, and she also shoot a short film. Now here, because of circumstances, her relationship improves with her parents. Kaira's relationship improves with her parents now because of Kaira's effort to regularly talk with her parents, those guys also understand Kaira's situation. And then, as the typical Indian film, happy moments comes up, because now Kaira is happy. She is with her parents, she has reconciled, and she's also about to finish her short film. Now during this, he has feelings for Dr. Zahangir Khan. But then Dr. Zahangir Khan, during the initial part of the movie, already mentioned that he is a divorcee. He has a wife with kids, but then he is divorced. So then Dr. Zahangir Khan tells Kaira that whatever happens between a patient and a doctor, it has to be a professional relationship. You just can't have a personal relationship to it. And we should stop wisely without taking any furthermore decision. Kaira becomes sad, but again she reconciles, and when she comes out of Dr. Zahangir Khan's hospital, she feels happy. So now everything is perfect in her life, and then the movie basically ends. So Kaira's short film being shown the audience, and everyone claps. Film is complete, and at that time, after the film is complete, her parents are happy. So are uh, Raghuvendra, who has come there. So is ex-boyfriends, both restaurant owner Sid, as well as Rumi, and then different family members, the public. Now after the screening of the film, while everyone is praising Kaira's work, she meets a furniture dealer, and that guy is none other than Aditya Roy Kapoor, who plays a special appearance, I would say. And then he promises her that if you date with him, you're going to have interesting conversation. So now the film ends there. So film lives with what we can say is film lives that furniture dealer who might turn out to be another prospective lover. This is how the film ends. The film ends on a good note, and I would say, Dear Zindagi is a feel-good movie for family, guys. Yes, it can be watched, cleanly, as there are hardly, any scenes which will be an embarrassment to a family audience. Now, when it comes to rating, I would rate it as 3 out of 5. Yeah, the middle part is slightly boring, but I guess whenever there's Shah Rukh Khan, it's always an interesting uh, film becomes interesting. Now, the question is whether you can spend 150 200 rupees on. Well, what you can say is that yes, you can spend 100 to 150 rupees on this movie, but spending anything above 150 will be not worthwhile, because this film is not that much special also. It's a small film. It's a film with us with, I would say, with Shah Rukh Khan is there in, and Shah Rukh Khan is not there for the entire screen time. He is there. Sometimes he's in, sometimes not there. The film is all about Alia, but I would say 100 to 150 rupees is what you can spend on multiplex. Don't spend anything above that, and if you spend anything about 200, then think about it. If you have your girlfriend or if you have a family, you have to spend even more. I would say 100 to 150 rupees is the right price for this film. And ultimately, after the film ends, the music is good. Music is cheering. Again, music has nothing special here. You have the Dear Zindagi's title track, which Love You Zindagi. Now, this is every time it is being done in background. It is there playing in background whenever there are crucial scenes happening. Anyway, this is my review. Hope you enjoyed.